I thought the dancing woman videos were fake. The first time I saw the video, I laughed. It was one of those short clips that gets passed around online with dramatic captions and creepy music added over it. A woman in a dark dress, dancing alone at night. That was it. No jump scare, no face reveal, no screaming. Just a woman standing under a streetlight somewhere in Eastern Europe, slowly turning in circles on wet pavement while someone filmed her from a window. The caption said, "If you see her dance, don't let her see you watching." I thought it was stupid. I thought it was fake. Then, 6 months later, I came home from work and saw her dancing outside my apartment building. No phone screen, no edited audio, no creepy caption, just her, under the street light, waiting. My name is Evan. This happened last year, when I was living in an old apartment building on the edge of Pittsburgh. I worked closing shifts at a small bar downtown, so most nights I didn't get home until after 1 in the morning. The building I lived in wasn't terrible, but it had that worn-out look old apartments get when nobody has cared about them for a long time. Dim yellow lights in the hallways, thin walls, an elevator that made a grinding sound every time it passed the 5th floor, a basement laundry room that smelled like wet concrete. I lived alone on the 7th floor. I had a small balcony that looked over the parking lot and the side entrance. Nothing special, just a place to smoke before bed. The video came months before any of this happened. A bartender I worked with named Lucas showed it to me during a slow night at the bar. He came up behind me while I was wiping glasses and said, "You've seen this creepy dancing woman thing?" I told him I hadn't. He held out his phone. The clip was maybe 12 seconds long. It looked like it had been filmed from an apartment window. The camera was shaky. The quality was terrible. Down below, in what looked like a dark courtyard, a woman in a long black dress was dancing under a streetlight. Not normal dancing. No rhythm. No style. Just slow steps. A turn. A pause. Another step. Another turn. Her hair hung over her face. She was barefoot. There was no music in the original clip, only wind and the distant hum of traffic. The caption on the video said, "Bulgarian dancing woman caught outside apartment at 3 a.m. Lucas laughed and said, "People are saying if you watch the whole thing, she comes to you." I rolled my eyes. Yeah, right. He swiped to the next video. Same woman, different angle, different building. This one was filmed from inside a car. A woman in the same dark dress stood in the middle of an empty street, slowly dancing beneath a flickering streetlight. The person filming whispered, "What the hell is she doing?" Then the woman stopped. Her head lifted toward the camera. The video ended. Lucas said, "Fake, obviously, but it's creepy." I agreed. Of course it was fake. Everything online is fake now. People dress up, add grainy filters, write some urban legend caption, and watch the views come in. I didn't think about it again. At least, not seriously. A few weeks later, I saw another one, this time on my own phone. Same kind of clip, different street. Different country maybe. The woman was far away at first. Then the person recording zoomed in. She was dancing in a parking lot. One step, turn. One step, turn. Then she stopped and waved at the camera. I skipped the video. But after that, my feed started showing me more of them. Not constantly, just once every few nights. Always late. Always when I was alone. A woman dancing behind a gas station. A woman dancing at the edge of a dark road. A woman dancing outside a closed grocery store while someone recorded from behind a glass door. Every caption said some version of the same thing. Don't let her see you watching. If she waves, stop watching. She follows the viewer. I thought it was just the algorithm. I had watched one weird video, so now it kept feeding me more. That was all. Eventually, I started swiping away the second I saw her. Not because I believed it, because it was getting annoying. And maybe a little, because it was getting under my skin. Then one night, the videos stopped. For months, no dancing woman, no creepy captions, no grainy clips from dark apartment windows. I forgot about it. Until the night I saw her in person. It was a Thursday. My shift ended late because a group came in 10 minutes before closing and stayed until we basically had to push them out. By the time I finished cleaning, counted the drawer, and got in my car, it was almost 1:20 a.m. It had rained earlier. The streets were wet and empty. When I pulled into my apartment parking lot, most of the building was dark. A few windows glowed here and there. The side entrance light buzzed like it always did. I parked near the back and grabbed my jacket from the passenger seat. That was when I noticed movement near the far end of the parking lot, under the streetlight. At first, I thought someone was standing there. Then I realized she was moving. Slowly. One step, a turn. One step, a pause. A woman in a long dark dress, barefoot on the wet pavement, her hair hanging over her face. I froze with one hand on my car door. For a second, my brain refused to understand what I was seeing. It tried to make it normal. A drunk woman, a neighbor, someone having a breakdown, someone filming a prank. But there was no camera crew, no laughing, no music, just her, dancing in the parking lot outside my building. And then I remembered the videos. The stupid videos Lucas had shown me. The ones I thought were fake. My first instinct was to get back in the car and leave. But then I felt ridiculous. I was a grown man standing in my own parking lot, scared of a woman moving strangely under a light. So I looked away. That felt important somehow. I didn't want her to know I had noticed. I walked quickly to the side entrance, unlocked it, and stepped inside. The whole time, I could feel the parking lot behind me. I expected to hear footsteps, or music, or a voice. But nothing followed me. The elevator took forever. When the doors finally opened on the 7th floor, I stepped out and walked fast to my apartment. I locked the door behind me. Then I stood there listening. Silence. No footsteps in the hall. No knock. Nothing. After a few minutes, I started to calm down. I told myself the internet had just gotten into my head. I had seen some woman outside and connected her to those old videos because my brain was tired. That was all. I took a shower, made food, ate, standing in the kitchen. The apartment felt normal again. Around 2:15 a.m., I stepped onto my balcony to smoke. I know that sounds stupid, but smoking on the balcony was part of my routine. It helped me relax after work. And by then, I had almost convinced myself that what I saw outside was nothing. I opened the sliding glass door and stepped out. The air was cold and damp. The parking lot below was mostly empty. For a few seconds, I didn't see her. Then, I looked toward the streetlight. She was still there, still dancing. Only now, she had moved closer to the building. Not a lot, maybe 20 feet, but enough for me to notice. My cigarette hung unlit between my fingers. She turned slowly, paused, took one step, then another. Her dress dragged across the wet pavement. There was still no music, no sound at all, not even her feet. I should have gone inside immediately. Instead, I watched. I don't know why. Maybe because part of me still wanted proof that it was just a person. Maybe because fear can feel a lot like curiosity when you're not smart enough to leave. I watched her dance for almost a full minute. Then I lit my cigarette with shaking hands. As I smoked, I kept telling myself not to look. But I kept looking. She was so far below me. 7 floors. In the dark. I thought that made me safe. Then she stopped. Her body went completely still. The parking lot seemed to get quieter. Her head slowly tilted upward, straight toward my balcony, straight toward me. She shouldn't have been able to see me. My balcony light was off. The building was dark behind me. But she was looking exactly where I stood. Then she raised one hand and waved, slowly, just like in the video. I dropped the cigarette. It hit the balcony floor and scattered sparks near my shoe. I stepped back, went inside, and slammed the sliding door shut. Then I locked it, put the security bar down, closed the curtains. For a while, I just stood in my living room breathing hard. The apartment was silent. My phone buzzed. I almost ignored it. Then it buzzed again and again. 3 notifications, all from Lucas. The first message said, "Bro." The second said, "You remember that dancing woman video?" The third said, "Don't watch any of them." I stared at the screen. Then another message came in. "I'm serious. Don't watch them. One of the guys from that Reddit thread is missing." I typed back, "What?" Lucas started typing, then stopped, then typed again. He sent a link. I didn't open it. Instead, I called him. He picked up on the second ring. His voice sounded wrong, not drunk, not joking, scared. "Did you watch any more of those videos?" he asked. I said, "Why? Just answer me." I told him I had seen a few months ago, but I always skipped them. He was quiet. Then he said, "Did she ever wave?" My mouth went dry. I didn't answer. Lucas whispered, "Evan?" I asked him what was going on. He told me he had gone looking for the original video, not the reposts, not the edited versions, the original. Apparently, nobody knew where it actually came from. Every account that posted it claimed they found it somewhere else. Some people said Bulgaria, some said Serbia, some said Romania, some said it wasn't Eastern Europe at all. But every version had the same story attached to it. A woman dances at night. If you watch long enough for her to notice you, she follows. Not just in real life. Through the video, seeing the dance is enough. I told him that was ridiculous. He said, "I know, that's what I thought too." Then he told me about a guy from an online forum who had been collecting the videos. He made a whole thread about debunking them, found locations, compared street signs, analyzed shadows, tried to prove it was an ARG or a marketing stunt. Then, 3 nights earlier, he posted one final update. Just one sentence. "She's outside my building now." After that, he stopped replying. His account went inactive. His friend said he hadn't been seen since. I tried to laugh, but nothing came out. Lucas asked again, "Did she wave at you?" I said no. I lied. Then from behind me, somewhere near the balcony door, came a soft sound. Scrape. Pause. Scrape. I turned slowly. The curtains were closed, but behind them, something moved. A shadow, long and thin, turning slowly on the other side of the glass. Lucas was still talking through the phone. "Evan?" Scrape. Pause. Scrape. I hung up. For a few seconds, I couldn't move. Then I grabbed a kitchen knife and walked toward the balcony. I didn't open the curtains fully, just enough to look. She was there, on my balcony, 7 floors up, barefoot, dancing silently behind the glass. Her hands were raised, her fingers bent at strange angles. Her hair covered her face. I stepped back so fast I hit the kitchen island. The knife slipped from my hand and clattered onto the floor. She stopped, her head turned toward the glass. Not her body, just her head. Then, very slowly, she lifted her hand and tapped one finger against the door. Once, twice, 3 times. Not a knock, a rhythm, like she was counting steps. I ran to the bedroom and locked the door. I didn't sleep. I sat with my back against the wall until the sun came up. Every few minutes, I heard the same soft scraping sound from the living room. Scrape. Pause. Scrape. By morning, it was gone. The balcony door was still locked. The security bar was still down. But on the concrete outside, there were wet footprints. Bare footprints. They started at the railing, moved in a circle, then stopped in front of the glass. I called Lucas. He didn't answer. I texted him. Nothing. I called again. Nothing. Around noon, his girlfriend called me from his phone. She asked if I had heard from him. I said not since last night. She said he was gone. His apartment door had been left open. His phone was on the floor in the living room. And his TV was on, paused on a video. A woman in a dark dress, dancing in the middle of an empty street. The frame was frozen, at the moment she looked at the camera. I left my apartment that afternoon. I packed a bag, got in my car, and drove to my brother's place about 40 minutes away. I didn't tell him the whole story. I said I was burned out and needed to crash for a few days. He believed me. That night, I slept on his couch, or tried to. Around 3 a.m., I woke up to music, very faint, coming from somewhere outside. A slow melody, old, thin, like it was being played through a phone speaker in another room. My brother lived on the 12th floor. No balcony, only windows. I sat up and looked around the dark living room. The music stopped. Then my phone lit up on the coffee table. A notification. Unknown sender. No name. No number. Just a video file. I didn't touch it. The thumbnail showed a dark parking lot, a street light, and beneath it, a woman in a black dress. I deleted it immediately. Then another one came in. Same thumbnail. I deleted that too. Then another and another. My phone started buzzing nonstop. Video after video after video. All from unknown senders. All with the same thumbnail. A woman dancing under a light. I powered the phone off. For a moment, everything was quiet. Then the TV turned on by itself. My brother didn't have cable, only streaming apps. The screen was black. Then a video began playing. Grainy footage, shot from somewhere high above a parking lot. A woman in a dark dress danced below. I stood up slowly, because I recognized the parking lot. It was mine. My apartment building, my balcony. And then I saw myself in the video. A small dark shape standing on the 7th floor balcony, smoking, watching her. The video zoomed in, not on her, on me. My face was blurry, but I could still recognize myself. I was staring down at the woman. The version of me in the video took one drag from the cigarette. Then the woman below stopped dancing. She looked up and waved. The video ended. The TV went black. Behind me, from the hallway outside my brother's apartment, came a soft scraping sound. Scrape. Pause. Scrape. My brother woke up when I screamed. He opened the hallway door before I could stop him. There was nobody there, but the carpet outside his apartment was wet, and on it were footprints. Bare footprints, moving in slow circles. After that, my brother believed me. We went to a hotel the next morning. Different town, different building. No social media, no TV, no Wi-Fi. I bought a cheap new phone and left my old one turned off in the glove compartment of my car. For 2 days, nothing happened. No music, no videos, no footprints. Then, on the third night, I woke up in the hotel room standing in front of the mirror. The bathroom light was off. The room behind me was dark. My bare feet were wet. On the mirror, someone had written in the fog, "You watched long enough." I stumbled backward and turned on the light. There were footprints all over the bathroom floor, mine and hers, circling each other, like we had been dancing. I don't remember it, but my legs hurt when I woke up. My calves ached like I had been walking for hours. That was when I understood the worst part. She doesn't need you to open the door. She doesn't need you to invite her in. Watching is the invitation, and once she knows you've seen her, she starts teaching you the steps. First through dreams, then through sounds, then through your own body while you sleep. I started researching without watching any videos. Only text, forum posts, comments, screenshots with the images blurred. I found people talking about the same thing. A woman dancing outside their building. A woman appearing in videos they never searched for. Phones receiving clips from unknown numbers. Security cameras catching footage that shouldn't exist. People waking up barefoot. People finding wet footprints in rooms with locked windows. And always the same warning. Don't watch until she waves. If she waves, she has seen you. If she sees you, she follows. There were different theories. Some said she was a ghost. Some said she was part of an old ritual. Some said the videos weren't recordings at all. They were doors. Every time someone watched, they opened another one. I don't know what I believe. I only know what happened to Lucas and what is happening to me. 3 weeks ago, my brother disappeared. I woke up at 3:16 a.m. to the sound of music in the hotel room. His bed was empty. The door was locked from the inside. The chain was still on, but the bathroom mirror was fogged over. Written across it were 3 words. He learned faster. We never found him. The police asked questions. They checked cameras. They searched the hotel. Nothing. The hallway camera glitched from 3:12 to 3:18. 6 missing minutes. After that, I stopped trying to run. I moved again. Different city. Different name on the lease. Cash whenever possible. No social media. No video apps. No TV. No mirrors. Uncovered at night. For a while, I thought maybe I could starve her. If I didn't watch. If I didn't listen. If I didn't sleep too deeply, maybe she would lose me. But last night, I came home from work and found my laptop open on the kitchen table. I know I had closed it. The screen was black. Then the webcam light turned on. A video started playing. No website, no media player, just the video. It showed a dark room, my dark room, from somewhere behind me. I was sitting at the kitchen table, watching the laptop. On the screen inside the video, another video played. A woman in a dark dress dancing under a streetlight. Then another screen inside that, and another, each one showing her dancing. Closer, closer, closer. Then all the screens went black, except one. The final image showed my balcony door. The reflection in the glass was dark. At first, I thought I was looking at myself. Then the reflection raised one hand and waved. I slammed the laptop shut. Since then, I've heard music every night. Sometimes from the hallway, sometimes from the bathroom, sometimes from inside my own walls. I wake up with bruises on my feet. My knees ache. My neighbors have started complaining about noise at night. One of them asked me if I was taking dance lessons. I laughed when he said it. Then I went back inside and cried. Tonight is different. Tonight the music started before sunset. That has never happened before. I can hear it right now while I'm writing this. Soft, slow, coming from behind the balcony door. I don't have a balcony anymore, only a window, but the curtain is moving like there's wind behind it. My feet keep twitching under the table. One step, then another. I'm trying to keep them still. I'm trying to finish this before she gets closer. So listen to me. If you ever see a video of a woman dancing alone at night, don't watch it. Not out of curiosity, not as a joke, not because someone sends it to you and says it's fake. Don't pause it. Don't zoom in. Don't wait to see what happens. And if the woman in the video stops dancing, if she turns her head toward the camera, if she raises her hand, close it. Throw your phone away if you have to, because the video is not showing you something that happened. It is showing her where to go next. And if she waves at you, it means she already knows you're watching. Thank you for listening. Check your locks. Turn off the lights. And sleep well, if you can.